you're watching Jana FX, and today I'm going to share with you the way of trading gaps, so how I do it. To be honest, these days the gaps are not happening very often, and so I don't trade it quite as much as I used to a while ago when we had gaps happening quite every week at the opening of the market. And these days it's not as often, and pretty much happens with the uncertainty. For example, this time gold, we had a gap which I actually told you about, that it can be with the opening of the market this week because of the tension between the US and Middle East. And so that's why I was waiting for a moment like this, because I'm always telling you a little bit about different ways of trading, and I was telling you about the gaps, how to trade, but I never showed it to you. So this time I actually could record my screen in real life, and I can show to you results on the real account. So you can see, you would see not just the theory how to trade it, but you will see how to apply it on a real market in real situation, like I did. So, and I just want to tell you that trading the gaps could be risky and also rewarding, because when it happens, you know, pretty much 99%, I wouldn't say 100, usually it closes the gap, but sometimes it can close the half a gap, run away. And we have a very good example this week I'm going to show you, and also from the other trades the other weeks too, on oil, for example. So you know, if the gaps was open, it will have to be closed. So that's why you kind of have a little bit of certainty that the market should go back to the gap area and fill it in. So based on this, let's see the example. Okay, so I will tell you there are some different strategies people using, and they're waiting for some confirmation. It's obviously you need to consider how big your account is, and money management to use, obviously lot size. There are two ways pretty much people trading it with, is straight away. So we have here an example when the market was going up and then it jumped, right? So this is your gap. So now you know that it should go back and close it, fill it in. But like I said to you, it's not always happening straight away. And so many people, what they do is would sell straight away. Just the moment the market jumped, they would just go into the trade. So in this situation, so some people would sell it. So how I usually do it, I don't, some people would wait for maybe a candle confirmation, wait for like an hour or something. But how I do it, because sometimes it can quickly run, and you can get into the profit, right? So, and as you know, I like to go like scalping, go for small portions and protect the trade, and then leave a trading. So for example, how I suggest to do and how I've been doing it, I was just doing exactly the same. When the market jumped, I'm placing the straight away the order, pending order. So in this respect, a sell. Okay, so I place my level. So now I'm using my EA because I can do it through EA. Before I used to do it manually. Like if the market jumped, I would count like, let's say 20-25 pips, depends on the pair, because it's gold. So it's about, well, I have 22 pips right now. So this is where my level and my real pending order sell would be around here. So you see, this is where I placed it. And as usual, I placed, you can see here, the setups at 22 pips. So if it will go next 22 pips, it would close half positions, and half positions will just continue on trailing stop. So why I do it that way? Because as you can see in this example, the market jumped down, and then what it did, it turned around. So then it's continued the way down, and continued and pretty much closed it, but turned around again. And I will show you in reality how it worked and how else I do, because I'm not just went once and I come out with the profit and I'm just like, okay, that's it. No, because the gap is still open, I just continue placing the my level down and down and down more every time, and go for smaller portions using the trailing stop, and then just fill it in until it's actually finally filled in. So I will show you another example. So why I do it this way instead of just selling, because you might say, okay, great, you sold it, you don't need to wait for this 20 pips because you could make the profit of it. Well, hang on a minute, that's the good example for you is here. That's what happens happened with oil. So you can see this is beautiful, also huge gap. But you see this candle. This is, I'm showing you 1 hour chart. We can go on a smaller chart, but I'm not going to do it. You can check it yourself. That the opening, you see, when the gap jumped, then your opening was right here. And before it started to turn around, as you can see, it moved up. And you see how far did it go? It went 370, nearly 400 pips up. So if you sold here, then you got either in a big drawdown or you just blown your account, right? Like I say, it depends on the size of your account and money management and the lot size, obviously, right? So, for example, if you have enough, it's okay. You could hold it, right? So you could hold, your account could hold nearly 400 pips, huge jump. We don't know what, it could have been much more than that. So you usually, if something like this happens, of course, you'd see where you have next level and you would think, okay, if that happens, can my account hold like 1,000 pips, let's say? The worst actually was with the Swiss franc, but so something like this not always happens, but it can. You never know. That's why I feel it's a bit risky to do it that way, to jump into the trade straight away. So that's why, guys, to avoid something like this, I placed the pending order and started to wait for the market to started to fill it in. Okay, so for example here on oil, we do have, you see, it went down again. Once again, it's a little bit. So I got, you see, it didn't fill in fully. So that's why what I'm trying to tell you once again, why, for example, I don't like to like sell here and sit wait when it's going to drop now 400 pips down and give me the profit. When it's like first it jumped against me and I could have lost the account, right? So, and it got down here, you see, it's nearly 60 pips down. So that would be enough because I would go for like, let's say 25 pips down, taken out 25 half positions, and when it turned around, it got me out either with a very small profit or break even, right? So I walked out with a small portion of the profit, and then I just wait. I wait for the next. You see, next I wait for small consolidations. I know that it should go back and finally close it. So let's say, okay, I'm not going to buy. I'm not going to risk it because I don't know if it will go all the way or it will not go all the way. So I just wait. And then what I do, of course, you see, it started to have a consolidation. I'm placing another pending sell order. Once again, you see, I would sell here. So then the market continues the way down and get to my area. So I could have placed another sell order here, but it's not as good as we are waiting for a really nice consolidation once again, and I could have just placed my order here and see if it's filling in, and then I can place my order once again to see where it is, and then finally it's done. So right, so when it's getting down here, then maybe I would like stop doing it. I closed the gap and I come out with the profit. So that's way I call it a little bit safer, okay, and less risky than just jump into the trade. So that's the way I trade my gaps, guys. So, and now I'm going to show it to you on a real account. So how I apply this technique in real trading. Hey guys, so here's all happening in real time. You can see that's my gap for gold, and I just placed my pending order, and that's it. I'm just waiting for something to happen. And as you can see, the market started to move, and I got into the trade. And I'm switching actually between my other accounts, and I will show you at the end the proof on my FX book that it's one of the real accounts I'm trading. And you see, I'm placing another order with my EA. So here's I'm showing you setups. Some orders I was placing manually, some I was using my EA. It depends. I was doing it because sometimes I could watch the market to sit at the screen and control it, and some I was placing with my orders with my EA, so in case I would walk away and just leave it after it. So as you can see, this I'm placing the target slightly above the gap, because I'm thinking that, okay, like it might close some of the gap and then it can turn around a bit. So, and this I'm just showing you. You see, I'm moving the stops behind the price. So like I have nothing to lose, and I'm in profitable trades. And while I could keep an eye on it, I could have just moved the stops behind the price to protect myself and be in profitable trades, just in case it could have suddenly to reverse, right? Because you never know, it could be some other news happens and the market can turn around, just close half of a gap. It's happening quite often. It's not always closing straight away. So now you see it's half, pretty much half of the gap. You see on one of the broker the gap is deeper than on the other one, like on this one. And you can see now I'm placing this stop, not stop, the take profit slightly above the gap and on the top of the wing. And actually during the night I'm going to leave it, you see, and because I didn't trade it with my EA, some of the trades will not did not reach. You see, I'm moving here too, and to be honest, at night it did not catch, it didn't take my take profit by few pips. It's happening so often, you will notice it, and you would think the market works against you, everybody against you. Like see here, I had a run, it ran away from me, and I had to hold it. So I had a big drawdown, right? But I didn't panic, I didn't took the stop because I knew it's going to still turn around and close that gap. As you can see, it started to reverse again, and I was just going and placing the orders one after another. Like once again, you see, I'm placing the sell order once again. Now this time I decided to do it all manually, with my EA, because it's easier. I don't have to worry to watch it, and I'm just placing. And because every moment it could have reversed, and could miss if it would reverse. You see, it's closed my positions. I'm placing the pending sell order once again with the same setup. You can see on the screen it's the same setup. You see it's closed again, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to place the pending order again. You see, again and again. So step by step, instead of just keeping one order, just protecting myself just in case, I'm still placing my pending orders. You can see the market finally continued the way down, and I decided to cancel take profit because it's back to the same bottom as it was, where it didn't take me out, but it still didn't fill in the gap, but very close. You see, I had alarms which I'm canceling now because I'm watching it, and I can just move the stops and just to see what's going to happen next. You can see we started to break out one of the support levels where we still had it. We have a bit of the gap there. You see, I'm still moving it, and you can see I'm just like waiting for it to fill in. Finally, you see it's closed all my positions at this moment, but still a little bit of gap is still open. And because the level is very strong, just like, you know, I'm making a weekly technical analysis and showing you the levels, I'm placing the pending sell order once again at that strong level, which we broke with a gap, and now we are coming back to that level. So I'm just placing my order, but you see I'm not selling straight away, just in case, right? In case it could have just be a strong support and it could have just reversed once again, something else in the news. I don't want to risk it. I'm just placing the orders. Well, finally you can see it's broke, and it's covered my order, and I come out with the profit. And this is it, guys. You see, then you know that you can see that the market afterwards just reversed. And now I'm going to show you on my FX book that it's all actually real. Okay, so that's I'm just going to show you first. This one of my A markets real accounts. I showed it to you before, that it's been for a while. I've been running it. It's mostly I'm trying different strategies on this account. For example, I was trying to use some wrinkle charts. It's not working well for me just yet, and I was using some other indicators I've been sent by other people, and it didn't work well for me. So that's why I built up my account once again. With obviously you can see with bigger lots this time. I have, you see this, the trades gold. I was using pretty much 0.10, 0.3, 0.5 lot. I didn't go for a whole lot. I was using half a lot, or 0.3. Also, you can see obviously I have some other pairs trading. So that's just, I'm showing you a month like now. The last month, you see, this is the January, just to show you that it was all this the beginning of this year, all of these trades. But you see, these are my gold trades, all taken in real. And some of you were saying, oh, look, you are using very small lot sizes. Guys, because I'm trying to teach you to trade. A lot of you are beginners. Don't trade with half a lot like I do. You see, because I know the market, I analyze it, I knew what's going to happen. You can see in one, we have January only like 9 days, or full trading days. How many we had? Last week only, first, second, third. It's pretty much we had rest, nothing. It's in a week. You can see the result is nearly $1,500 in a pretty much a week of trading, right? Because we have holidays. We had holidays last week, not much of the trading. So you can see it's pretty much all the trades this week. Some of them were from 2nd of January, but pretty much you see 6th of January, and a lot of this been done with my gold trading the gap, that gap. Because like I'm saying to you, if you new, don't do it like this, right? You need to practice a lot. That's why I'm trying to show you and teach you to trade with the smaller lots. But when I can do, I see opportunities. Here we go. I can make $1,000 in a week, and it's a high risk though. Okay, it's a high risk, I call it. So now I'm going to show you on my Forex book. Here's the account. It's the e-markets, you can see, and it shows to you that it's a real, and the shoulder leverage is not very big, as you see, 1 to 100, and that's the gain. You can see plus 46, and it's the same with the equity. So I have nothing floating. Obviously you can see that's the result, and that's the month of January. That's the same amount I just showed to you, and which one called? You can see in pips. So pretty much, well, it says pips, but it's really points. So it's not 7,000 pips. I made it 700 something pips. Okay, in well, it's just they say in pips, but it's really in points. So, but anyways, just to not confuse you, you can see the profit. Okay, so that's the profit only started. So, and yeah, so you can see that it's all real. It started, you see, sometime in April. Just I was showing it to you before that account, where I was like trying to do different strategies, and that's just to prove you that I do it. What I tell you, I actually apply in real life, in real trading. And so you can see that I'm not lying to you, right? So I'm not just showing you history. I'm not just showing you some theories. I do actually use it on the real day trading. Okay, so you see that's when I can sit and trade all day. You can see the results, what results could be. You just need to learn and practice, just practice, guys, and that's pretty much it. And you can have results like this. So, but you can see, like I'm saying, it's a very high risk, and I try to more show it to you as try to do it a low risk, because it's just could be very dangerous. Okay, so if you don't know what you're doing and trying to go with the bigger lots, but that's you see, that's the how it can be. So that's it. I hope you liked the video. Of course, don't forget to subscribe. If you are interested in this EA, it's a very helpful, I'm telling you guys, extremely helpful, that tool. But it's EA because obviously it can be fully automated. I've been telling you, I will try to make a little bit more videos, maybe more during the day. I just don't have much opportunities to do it because I'm always into something. I'm somewhere traveling. You see, right now I'm not travel as much, so I can show you more results. I can show you more trades. I can take more trades, and you can see how it can be done. But as an automatic, I will also show you. I don't like to use it full automated because you see, I like to control and I like to get into more trades myself. But you saw how helpful it was. I just placed the level and the level and the level, and it was just taking over by itself, right? And I don't have to worry about it too much. And you can see all of this trades. It's just going to show you. Well, some of them were placed manually, but here, for example, you will see it will show you what you see, placed by expert. placed by experts, some, like I said, you see, placed by experts. Some bigger ones I was placing manually, but those ones you see pretty much with the same lot size, they were placed by expert. You can see how easy it was, all done expert. So very, very useful, like I'm saying. It's very, very low price for it to rent. It's very, very, very little. It's just nothing. But what you see, the results you can have. So it's up to you guys. I'm just trying to show you and trying to tell you what is better, what is working, and what is not. I'm still trying different other techniques, but at this moment, every time I'm trying something different, it's not working as well for me as my old techniques, which I've been using for years, ages and ages. But like I'm saying, you see, I'm using the same strategies, but I'm showing you the smaller lots, so it would be not as confusing for you, because you can choose the lot sizes you want. You see, like here, I was choosing the lot sizes between 0.10, sometimes 0.5, and it's up to you what lot sizes do you want to do. Okay, so it's not I can't give you the always my big lot sizes, because I don't want you to apply exactly the same on your small accounts. So you need to be really careful. So don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like. I have groups, I have a blog, janafx.com, so join everywhere, and then you will not miss new updates. Happy trading, everyone, and bye.